Well, it's good afternoon, my YouTube friends. It's now 1:45 and I thought I'd just bring you in to show you some of my Neos. Neo finish are now of course reclassified as Vanda, and I've been babying some and they're on mount, so I'll show you those in a second. Now this is my original Vanda falcata. And I've recently, let's have a look, I'll put a date on it, 21st of October. So that's been in this new media, which is grow stones, charcoal and orchid bark, and these got watered the other day, and also every leaf was cleaned, with a Q-tip. And I've just noticed that. You see? Can you see what that is? No idea. Is that a new fan? It could be. Sorry about that. There we go. I've no idea. Because when I put this back, it sits on this shelf here and I turn it this way. So that's quite exciting. And I'll put this one back. Each one has its own little spot under this little shelf there. This is the next one. Actually, I should have done this one first. And they're all in their own little terracotta, which is cleaned. This is vandaceous lucinary, there we go, var, is it var or v, way, ron, there we go, you see, and so this is in an open pot. If you remember, I had these all potted up in the kokodamas style, and our winters can be quite cold. See, this one was done again 21st of October. And I was a little bit anxious. So I thought, well, for the winter, I have noticed some people just put them in the kokodama style every year. They do a fresh, take the old moss off and set it up and do it again each year. So I wasn't worried about taking them out of the media, and I think some of them do like a bit of a winter rest, not a rest as such, but they do like to dry out better. And as I say, this one goes back on, now you wouldn't think, would you, this one goes back on that shelf there, sorry about that. You wouldn't think that these had been watered a couple of days ago, and but the temperature here is quite high. I'm 24 degrees in this little room, and it's I've got the humidifier on low, and it's now 60%. I had it on medium, it was 80%. I do try and keep my humidity quite low towards the late afternoon. Because of the drop in temperature at night time. Anyway, this one here, Vanda lamellata var Javier. Can you see that one? I had this in that waterculture, if you remember. And the other one, I'll show you the other one. And this one survived, but the other one took a real knock. So what I've done with this one is I've just potted it in here, and I've just put that little clip round there just to keep it upright. It's wanting to lean that way, but we've got a new root, as you can see, and I think this one's going to be fine. And oh, there you see, it's got a new leaf. Okay, so we'll put that one there, that's got its little spot. Here we go. Now this one is Vanda Miniata. I've got XL. And this one's doing again very nicely. It's been cleaned. I've got this newly emerging leaf coming up there, and might have one which is just coming up behind it there. Can you see? This has flowered. It flowered. It had 2 inflorescences the first the first year I had it, and this time it only had 1. So I must have upset it. I'm always upsetting the orchids. I do try my best. And let's have a look. So we've got another little fan there, and it sent out this centre leaf, and it's nice and clean now. Is there anything active in the root growth? I can't see anything, but if it does start to grow, then it's got room to send its little roots through this pot. And that one sits in there, and I'll just put that at the back, just so that it keeps everything in order. Here we go again. This is Joy Irene. This is in one of those pots that has holes all the way around. Can you see? And again, they're all potted in the same media. And this is, yes, Joy Irene. Show you the label, which is vandaceous, Lucinary by V. Prelaw. Now why isn't it focusing? No idea. Right. Okay. That's got a new leaf, can you see? That's got a new leaf. And again, this is watered and cleaned. And all I can say is I'll keep my eye on them, and I have a little routine, so as long as I don't have them remaining wet, I don't mind watering them and just letting the water run through. Now that goes on the back. Hold on. Goes on the very back. There we go. One must sit on the front. This one. Oh, there's 2 sit on the front. Again in that open type basket. Got a new leaf there. And I've got 2 of these. I think I've shown you one. That's the other one. Have they flowered for me? Can't remember. They look as though they've got flower inflorescence or little stalks that were left. So perhaps they have done. I can't remember. And they're all potted up in the same media. Checked for bugs. And we're fine. So that goes in that pot. We've had a busy morning, Keith and I. We've been in the garden, we've been doing the final tidy up. It's 14 degrees outside today, it's like summer. Anyway, here we go, Vanda falcata Chutano. And we take this one out of here. Ooh dear. Let's have a look. I have to be careful with this one, because this one again, you see, it likes a rest, it likes it a bit cooler, and you might think, well, why are they sat under that shelf there? Well, this oscillating fan right by the side of me here directs itself right across, and they do get a nice breeze. Right, so that's that one. And So there, that's the last of them that sit here. And you see, that goes in that spot. Now if I just stand up gently and reach across, and I'll pull these down now. Right, here we go. Now this is the one, vandaceous. And you see how tiny it is. This is the one. And you see that sending at last a new root. That really objected to being in the semi-hydro. That leaf there, that I believe that was something that was dripping. So that got caught by a plant that dripped on it. This one here, you see, just hanging on by a thread, that little leaf there. But I keep it on until it falls off, and that isn't anything there, that little white mark. I cleaned it up yesterday. Let's just check underneath. No, there's nothing underneath. Sometimes you get marks on them and you think to yourself, oh goodness, what's that? Anyway, you can see that's been watered. Those roots are still hydrated, and with a bit of luck it just sits in this little glass vase, and that damaged leaf just sits there. And hopefully I can get it through this winter. And these are, I'm going to show you now, are Cathy's. And this is this one. We think this could be, it's an OID. That one. Oh, hold on. There we go. This is on that little tiny piece of cork bark, and you see how that root has extended. I'm thrilled to bits with this. Now this is in live moss. You see, that's one of the other roots there with no growing tip, but the other root is tucked inside here somewhere. And let's lift it up. Let's be very, very. Oops! Don't know who that was. Someone slamming the front door. And can you see? If I put it back in here, that's how it sits. It just sits in there. And can you see the that centre leaf? That little centre leaf. It's growing very slowly, but it's growing. And we've got. Can you see that other? Whether you'll see that other growing root there, and these just sit over here. And this is Vandafelcarta, and this is the one that I've mounted, and there's that nice root, and you'll see there's a little bit of hydration just left there in that root, but these have dried out already, you see. So I have to be careful because I want to keep this moss alive, but then again I've got to be careful that these don't get overwatered. And as I say, they were watered. Oh, we've got another root there, look at that. So I know it's fine. And I just lightly spray, and then that moss soon and quickly dries out. Oh, look at that. Excuse me. We've got a little tiny leaf. Oh dear. That's because it's warm in here. Right, this is the 3 bears, if you remember. And what do we think this is? It's a no ID. We've called it, hold on. There we go. Now whether we're right, I'm not sure. Okay, so this one we call Daddy Bear, Mummy Bear, that little leaf. No, sorry, Daddy, Mummy, and that was Baby. And let's have a look at the roots. There. So that root's still growing. And I'm not too sure about the others. But I don't think of any need to worry. So that's that one, and this is the other variegated one. There we go. And this is on a piece of silver birch. I think the other was silver birch as well. And we think this is Gojo Fukuron. So let's have a look at this one. It's got a root just under that little piece of moss. Can you see? And it's got a green growing tip. There we go. You see? So that's an indicator to me that it's doing fine. Like I say, they were only watered yesterday, and they're not getting watered today. They'll have to wait till tomorrow, because I've got others that need watering today. And this little one here, I like to show you this one because I'm thrilled to bits with this one. I had thought about putting it on that community mount, but this is the one with the name that I don't like to butcher. Oh, I'm not going to butcher it. But look, this will get watered today. So it had that new leaf, didn't it? Look at that one. It had that new leaf, and it's produced this new leaf, and we've got another little leaf or something starting there. So, oops, don't like to. Let's bring it back up a little bit. There we go. And that's, like I say, that's so miniature. And so they're going to be fine. And this is the one that Isabella Pulchella, and I'm still waiting for this one to show me signs. Maybe there's a little green, can you just see it there? And to see whether it'll attach to this mount on this material. Now whether it will or whether it won't, I have no idea, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed there. And I don't think I'm going to be able to lift that tray here, because it is quite heavy. No, I don't think I can lift it. But look, see how I made the little pouches, and I put the roots all on the outside. There we go. That's a Restrepia purpurata, and they all lay that way. Can you just see? Let's see if it'll focus in. Is that the best they're going to do for me? There we go. No, it's still not very good, is it? I do apologise about that. And just before I go, I wanted just to show you this one. And then I will do another updating video. But I wanted to show you this one. Do you remember this Phalaenopsis? Do you remember this tatty thing from Kathy? And I didn't want to throw it away because it had got such a good root system. And let me just show you. And those leaves have hardened. And you see, there's the roots. Can you see? And then I noticed yesterday, whether you'll see. Now there's nothing wrong with there. There's no bugs. Now is it going to focus in? There we go. There's a little centre leaf. Now where did I see it? Did I see it this morning? Let's turn it round. Let me just show you. Can you see down there? Look at that. It's sending out a new root. So I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that one. And if it's giving me a new leaf and a new root, that's good enough for me. I'll persevere with it and hopefully get it to pull through. This is another one. It's in the rescue category. And this is the Cattleya cincoriana times Alawi, Alorii. We've just got one leaf there that's dying back. It's an attempt at a new leaf, can you see? But unfortunately that one's not going to make it. You see that root there, which is white now? That shows to me then that it probably wants some water. There we are. You see it's in this tiny, tiny little pot, layered in this with this very tiny, very small pieces of inorganic media. And I've cleaned it, wiped the leaves. There we go. There's just some lemon juice and water, and it's taken some of this discoloration. So that's going to be me for today. I'll probably be back in a couple of days. And as I say, some things want watering today, some things I can get away with. So thank you for joining me on this small update, and I'll be back again. Bye bye now.